for us, it's been very much a family thing, and our boys have been fully involved, and in fact, it would have been much harder. In fact, now they're not at home, sometimes it is much harder, because they've shared in that, and as they grew older, obviously they could take a greater responsibility for the children and playing with them and helping to care for them. But no, it's been fine. It's been a good experience, I think, for them, and probably what they are now as young men is partly due to the fact that they've had children come in with all sorts of difficulties and different backgrounds. It's made them have perhaps be more rounded, give them a better idea of the breadth of life and how things can go wrong or not for people.
My kids, both my son, my daughter, grandchildren, we all is just one family. Because if it come on Christmas, birthdays, my part of family, them just as take the kids, they come in with their present and cards, and just there's no boundary to say, oh, they are foster kids. They just take them in.
In my family life, it can be quite hectic sometimes. We have days when things can be quite tense. But everybody here, we're quite a supportive unit, and we support each other. The children all get on reasonably well, and we very much do things very much as part of a family. And my extended family, my parents and my wife's parents are very much supportive of what we're doing, and they include the children in things like birthdays and Christmas. And they're always and they will come out and visit them, and sometimes they help look after them as well if we need a break.
They actually get on really well, the kids in my house. If they didn't get on, it wouldn't work. So, the fact that they get on with each other is what makes it work, really. And she's been around for, so long now. She's part of the family, really. Can't imagine what it'd be like without her. So they actually get on like normal brother and sister would. Sometimes they love each other and sometimes they hate each other, but they can't really imagine what it would be like for them not to be there. So
he helps a lot, my son does. Very often he'll take the young person out with him when he's, say, going out somewhere. We can sometimes go out for the day as a family and do things. We've been to Alton Towers, we've been to the zoo and various other things. I mean, the young man I have at the present absolutely adores wandering around the shops, absolutely adores it. I mean, that to him is a really good day out. Yes, my son does talk to them. If there's any problems, my son is more than willing to listen and to help out. Or he will help me as well.
Yes, I see them regularly. Spend Christmas together. She's just like my mum and my dad.
Oh, they loved having the children. Our boys loved having the children come into house, and they were all part of the process. In fact, when we were assessed, the social worker insisted on interviewing them sort of by themselves to check they actually wanted to do it. But all along, for the children who've come to us, it's really been like having a couple of big brothers, and they look forward to seeing them. My boys don't live at home anymore, but when they come home, the foster children look out for them and know them and love seeing them, and it's all been part of the family, really.
It's a wonderful feeling when you see these young people happy. Absolutely brings a glow, it does to yourself. As long as I've got the energy to do it, I really want to keep on with it, because these young people do need our help, and they are our future. They are our future.
When I went into care, I was sort of, if I hadn't had her, if I had gone into sort of a place where I hadn't had that support, I probably would have looked elsewhere for the love and care that she gave me. So I would definitely not be where I am today.
Don't give up with the process. It is a lengthy process, but if you really are committed, then stay the course, because it's extremely rewarding. Seeing them just progress and seeing them experience things that they've never experienced before, and you've actually provided that, is one of the most rewarding things.
They want to hear out. They want the space to go out. And if anyone have the room, have the strength, they can go ahead. It's a good life.
I think it's learning to be and letting that young person be as well. You can't change them, but you can help them along the way.
I mean, I think potentially anybody can become a foster carer, but it's going to be a challenge, and it's something that you need to think long and hard about doing, but don't let that put you off it, really, because you provide some fantastic care and love, and which is really needed.
If you want to think about whether you should foster or not, then you need to think about what time you've got to give, because it takes some time, what love you've got to give, you need a little bit of space in your house at least, and you really need to want to make something a bit better for some children or young people. You want to make a difference for them and for their families. And if that's you, I would say, go for it. Give it a go.